position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Tangent. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Huskers will put toe to leather and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Ohio State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. They'll run it from the gun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early seat.
There he goes! Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Got a man. It's Wilson. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
This guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive
touchdown Buckeyes! And they strike first.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Nebraska's offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Hard running there. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Hang on Moves it out of the air. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Huskers look to keep this drive humming.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husker!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll test the right side. Got enough for the first down. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
About plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Got his man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Here's a heat. Caught behind the line. It's Markway. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get into more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Got the first down and more.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
He's got an open man. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Gets it to him on the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Unleashes to the end zone. Quickly complete. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Skips away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Porter. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Makes the catch. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And you got to give the defense a ton of credit there on third down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous...
Turning it on! Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on first and goal. They want to throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Lost to throw again. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put it out and push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to rock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already. Heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
To throw, it's St. Clair. Makes the catch. It's Graham. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Steps away. Creates a little space. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced, the freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And an empty backfield here on second and short. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Grab near the marker. His eyes. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a man, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Knowles. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Cornhuskers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Right on the money. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
That should be the final play of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so What do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack into the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They want to run it left here. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Offense working from the pistol. Hands it off. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll run play action. Under fire. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Caught near the sticks. It's Porter. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the field.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end and they stopped the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field.
Kicking team.
You got to give him room and let him catch the football, and if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He lofts one down the sideline. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He breaks a tackle. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grab near the marker. It's Grant. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Thompson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeps it on the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's 3rd down. Now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On try to convert through the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
And it's no good. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
There he goes! What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Man coverage is a bad idea against this guy. The Buckeyes always seem to have somebody that you can't handle one-on-one. Remember that great game Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93?
Joey Galloway, one of the most overrated Ohio State receivers that I've ever seen. It's personally never worked with. But no, just speed, just big guys, great offensive, designed around guys that are game breakers out wide that really stretch the heck out of your defense.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over LSU. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. To the air, it's Raiola. Makes the grab. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Looking to throw again. Looking for the goal line. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Huskers! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical third down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, fourth and short.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And how nice has it been to have a big physical quarterback like this guy, right? You got fourth and short, quarterback sneak. Everybody knows it, but he's just plowing into that offensive line and driving his legs, pushing forward to pick up the first down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
This running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Quarterback moving. He's going to fire to the left. And they won't make the connection going for the play.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. You're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So will the defense try to keep it all in front, or will they go after the quarterback here and try to end it? Finds his big tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's St. Clair. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Quickly to the tight end. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Buckeyes will have it first and 10. Looking for space. It's Jackson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's second and 12. He wants to change this route. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He'll throw it. It'll be incomplete, trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, no mystery here. Third in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage, and these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This drive will open from the 15. Going right to work up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Ives. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. That's caught. It's Thompson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Here on third down, they'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. The give on the option. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Going for the marker on the ground. Breaks into the open. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. Steps away to find some room. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. To the air, it's St. Clair. Using the quick game. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they grab the lead here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pulls it in. It's Ives. Turning it on. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game? That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
loosen up that arm. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. To the air, it's Raiola. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. That's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's just not the possession they wanted, man. They just struggled. They couldn't put anything together. They forced the field goal unit on, and then he misses. Now all the other side needs is a field goal. They get a field goal, and this game's over.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Floating away. Oh, he's got some space. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. That'll do it. They double overtime. Touchdown. They'll walk it off. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.